all, welcome to the Truth Seekers channel. Today I want to talk to you of Watchers and Women, the origin of evil in the rebellion of the Watchers. The Book of Enoch. This is from Erica Monteferrante, student on the University of Montreal, graduate student. She wrote a paper that of Watchers and Women, the origin of evil in the rebellion of the Watchers. Narratives, letters, and literary text within the Bible explain the relationship between human beings and God. The unsuspecting reader can assume that somewhere within its chapter lies an explanation for the origin of evil. Biblical texts not only explain the relationship between human beings and God, but they also may provide answers to life's essential questions. Understanding the origin of evil is to understand how the world works and our relationship to it. Genesis 6 opens with a mythic story about the sons of God who coexist with the daughters of humans. Much of this mysterious brief tale developed into a theological concern on the origin of evil during the Second Temple period. Judeo-Christian theologians look to Genesis for an elucidation of events, given that it comprises some of the earliest events in history. Genesis provides an account of wickedness on earth, albeit rather scant, in order to satisfy a curiosity for a more elaborate tale of forbidden teachings and illicit mating between angels and humans. So the angels and humans are mating in the Bible and also in the Book of Enoch. One must turn to a source outside of the biblical canon entitled the First Book of Enoch. The opening chapters of Enoch comprise a literary capsule called the Myth of the Watchers. Yeah, we all know that one. If you look at my previous video, you can see about the Watchers. This essay focuses on one of its earliest portions, the rebellion of the Watchers, in 1 Enoch, and in particular seek to address the origin of evil. Because of the authors, the question of evil helps them understand their place in the world. So what we're talking about is evil, the origin of evil. So R.W. explains that heavenly beings are so overcome with lust for human women that they conspire to descend on earth and have children with them. Enoch. So the RW is rebellion of the Watchers. And let's see, Watchers have intercourse with the woman and expose them to secret divine teachings of spell casting and magic. They reveal their secret knowledge of metallurgy, ornamentation, spellcasting, and astronomy. Women give birth to offspring. The human-angel hybrids are referred to as giants. So they are like hybrids, interbreeding, breed between two different offspring from two different breeds, on account of their imposing stature, but also for their insatiable appetite for destruction. Together they spread the spread of secret divine knowledge and interminable violence wreak havoc on humanity. By the time of all creation protest, only divine intervention can hope to restore righteousness. 4 archangels intercede and bind the Watchers to the earth for their misdeeds. Simultaneously, the giants kill one another in a battle to the death, eliminating their souls. God promises to bless the earth once peace and truth replace all impurity and defilement have been driven out. So then God sent the flood, the great flood, where only Noah survives with his family and the animals. Death and destruction, sin, suffering, evil. After these Watchers starting to mate with the human female, and they banned these other bad, so-called bad angels. They put them under the ground, bind them, burn them, tie them up, and lock them up. Because of what they did, it was not allowed for angels to mate with humans. This was like one of the laws, but still they did it. Why they mate with the female?
I don't think there was any reason. The text literally said, if I remember correctly, the watchers were so lust crazed by the female humans.
But they were angels. They were made not to do that. They were made, and they had like the.
Yes.
They were instructed not to do that.
Yes, but
that was like the first law.
Yes.
Your job is here just to watch.
Yes.
That's why they called watchers.
Yes.
We put you there. Your job is to watch and not to do anything.
Okay. Now that's clear.
It's clear, yeah. It's 100% clear.
That's their job, but that doesn't mean.
So why didn't you do your job?
Well, the question is, how is it possible they did it, and not why? I think
they're angels. They can take on many forms.
No, apparently, even this lust took the better of these angels. That is actually the point. That lust is so strong that it even overtakes angelic beings. And I think actually that angel is just another word for alien. It's an alien race.
Yeah.
And even this alien race was so amazed by the beauty and the attractiveness of the human women that it overtook them, and they knew that they were not allowed to do it, but they couldn't help it. That is actually what I understand of this. So yeah, it's actually a really big compliment for the beauty of the human women. Yeah, that even this race, which was probably a lot steps higher than us, was not able to resist the attraction of the human females. And it's not that they did that on purpose. They couldn't help it. And after that, God decided, or the big creator, he said, okay, you have crossed the line. This was not what we agreed. This was not what you should have done while fulfilling your task. You are from now on labeled as a fallen angel.
Okay, but I have like Hansen. Hansen says he views the rebellion of the Watchers as being centered on the theme of rebellion in heaven, whereby the Watchers knew what they were doing was wrong. So they knew what they were doing was wrong and knowingly acted against their better judgment. The element of desire for a beautiful woman remains, according to Hansen. A main catalyst for the rebellion, Hansen focuses on the implications of leaving a heavenly post. So they had a heavenly job, watching the Watcher is a heavenly job. So they left their job as well as its outcome. Rather than seeing it as a rape narrative, this rebellion was evil because the Watchers were cognizant of their wrongs, but critically proceeded despite this knowledge. They knew they were wrong, but still they did it. So the Watchers were not victims of lust. So when you say they were a victim of lust, Hansen says no.
Okay.
Because rather they were choosing to sin, and in this sense, Hansen's rebellion argument returns the responsibility of evil to the Watchers.
Yeah. So yeah,
you are not the victim of lust.
No, but
they choose to sin.
You have multiple explanations. This guy says it was like this.
Yeah.
I don't know the proof.
Yeah.
The other text literally said the angels literally couldn't help it and fell victim for lust. That is what the previous text said. I don't know actually which is the real one. This guy says this. It could also be. I agree. It could be also an evil act of these watchers. Maybe
Yeah.
they were angry that they were left
That
behind. You know,
with these humans, pathetic humans, you know.
I don't know.
Yeah, we are godly beings. We can change shapes. We can fly. We are intelligent, and we are left with these to watch over these minor.
I don't know. That is speculation. But this is what this guy said is they did it out of an aggressive and evil motivation. And I want to know, why would they do that? What happened? Because there's always a story in front of that. I mean, if I commit evil sins towards you, it will probably have a reason. It has a probably there's a history going on in front of this act, you know, of this treason. It's not. I don't think that creatures are going to act treason and become evil out of nothing. I don't know, you know, but that's not really logic for me, especially when you know that these are quite angelic beings, quite highly evolved beings. I can't understand that they all of a sudden get this mental shift, you know, from being good and great, committing sins, and creating this evil race. So that actually mean they are. How do you say that? They commit treason.
Yeah. Against their leaders.
Yes, and that's also a bit. That's also actually the story of Satan. You know, he was the highest and the most beautiful and the strongest angel God had, but he was so proud. He said, why does God all get all the glory and all the fame and all the good thoughts? And look at me, you know, I'm strong, I'm beautiful, and I'm the best angel. So he was jealous and proud, you know. He thought a lot of himself instead of being respectful.
Yep.
So that is what these watchers actually also did. Then I think what you said.
That sounds more.
But that's weird. It's weird.
More.
But it's weird. It's weird because it's not really, in my opinion, it's not really logical. It's not really expected when you think of a highly evolved race. I would expect that a highly evolved race would have outgrown these petty feelings and thoughts and
lust and greed
and
pride.
But apparently not. Then, if this story is true, apparently even these beings cannot help it.
Betrayal.
Betrayal, lust, pride, jealousy, all kinds of evil. You know? And that's remarkable also, that even a highly evolved species can succumb to these bad feelings, let alone us earthlings, you know.
Yeah.
Let alone us earthlings, if they are already
succumbing to these earthly
to this
emotions
bad,
or earthly sins.
So that means that these sins are really strong, and that Satan, I don't know who brings them in the universe, is an immensely powerful being, even stronger than these angels. Then
they cannot resist the sin of lust.
Lust is
against women.
Lust is really strong, you know. Lust is probably maybe one of the strongest. Lust, and it also is very treacherous. Because lust, you know, lust can also be defined as something which is nice and good. In some scenarios, a lustful place.
I understand your point.
Lust is treacherous because sometimes it's associated with good, but it isn't.
Lust is
strong sexual desire. Because, oh yeah, from experience, you know, yeah, I've also been in lust, and what the thing is that when I'm lust crazed, the lust actually dominates my soul. I am not able anymore to make choices. The lust says, okay, go after that girl. Go.
Lust for money,
Yeah, lust for money.
lust for food.
I'm actually hypnotized by the object, and I need to have it. I want to have it. I'm hypnotized, and I cannot think of other things. I don't want to think of other things. I just want to have that specific object. And it can be a woman, or it can also be food, you know,
Or money,
money.
or something.
But lust,
materialistic things.
yeah, but lust is really dangerous because it takes over your soul.
All right. Thank you for your comments. Leave your comment and subscribe to the channel, and see you next time.
It's caught in the crossfire. It's caught in the crossfire.